What's going on, guys? My name is Vexalane and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you all the gaps for School 1 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Ditching class. So ditching class, you gotta go all the way down to this ditch and you can air it from either the kicker or just completely air it just like that, and that's ditching class. Once you do ditching class, go up to here and grind this and then just ollie and grind the other rail, and that's dumpster rail gap. Funbox to rail transfer is pretty simple and self-explanatory. I don't know. You got to be able to jump from this funbox and then grind onto the table. There it is. For dumpster ollie, you can do it either this way by grinding that and ollieing over that, or you can just ollie over this one, and there's garbage ollie. For gimme gap, restart your run and then go forward and ollie and grind on that planter, and that's gimme gap. For hall pass gap, what I like to do is I like to go to my skater. I like to go to my stats, and I like to turn down ollie 3 times and then hang time 2 times, because you're gonna want a little bit less stats for this, and grind from there, and there you go. There's hall pass gap. For all access gap, you gotta grind this whole blue rail, and there's all access gap. For huge rail, you would want to come over to here and grind this ledge and jump onto this ledge. You'll get rail to rail transfer, so you can mark that off the list, and then there's huge rail. Grind all the way for huge rail. For kicker gap, you want to make sure to go from one kicker into the other kicker. You can do it either way, so don't worry about which way you're going to do it. For long ass rail, you want to go from here and just grind all the way down here, and there's long ass rail. For mini gap, you want to come over to here, which is right over here, and jump from one side to the other. You can also do it with grinding, and there's mini gap. For over a footbridge, you want to come down to the ditch and go from here and ollie from the bank and air over the bridge. You can do it with either bridge, and yeah. For over the air conditioner, you want to come over to the roof and you want to get speed from here and air over it from there, or not, that too, but you want to air over it. There we go. For park gap, you want to come down over here and air from one ramp to the other. It's like mini gap, but it's a little bit larger of a gap. Not that large though, so it's still pretty easy. For planter gap, you want to go over to spawn and grind from one planter to the other. You can do it in many ways, not that way I guess, but you can do it with all these planters for doing it a few times in a row. And there's planter gap. For a playground rail, you want to make sure to line yourself up by grinding on this, and then just air off and then boneless from here, or not, because that's the simplest way, is from that side. And why I line myself up like that is because you'll be able to do it if you just don't touch anything, and then once you're on the fun box, just boneless up and grind that whole thing, and there's playground rail. For rail to rail transfer, I think I already had you guys get this, but there's that way for rail to rail, then there's also airing from this way to that way for rail to rail, airing to here for rail to rail transfer, and even from here to here for rail to rail transfer. I'm pretty sure there's going to be way more ways to do that. I don't know, but those are at least some ways you can do rail to rail transfer. For roof to awing gap, you want to go onto this air conditioner that you aired over before. It doesn't look that much like an air conditioner. It doesn't look that much like an air conditioner, but that's what the game calls it. But you want to go onto it, and you see that green thing? That's an awing. And you want to jump from this to the awing. And there's roof to awing gap. For roof to roof gap, you want to go back up from the awning or wherever you were, and you can do it from this way, or you can do it from this way and then air out. You can just air from a roof to the other roof, and that's roof to roof gap. For fun box to rail, it's not really the exact thing that you would think that it is. You instead want to go to this fun box and air over to this pipe and grind it. It's not really a rail that you're grinding, it's just a quarter pipe, and there you go, fun box to rail transfer. For downhill manual, you want to manual from the top of the spawn all the way down to here, and there's downhill manual. For across the gym, you want to go into the gym, go to either side, and just manual from one side to the other. And there's across the gym. For roof hop, you want to go over here, and you want to air from this quarter pipe all the way up to the roof. For down the awning, you want to manual from up here all the way down to there for the awning. For for perfectly balanced, you want to grind all 3 of these bars, and maybe it's only this side, but you grind all 3 of them and there's perfectly balanced. For gigantic rail, you want to start from over here and grind this, and air over mini gap and grind this all the way to the end, and there you go, there's gigantic rail. For ridiculous rail, you want to start up from spawn and grind from the top all the way to the bottom on this, it's not really a rail, but this ledge. And there you go, you have completed all gaps for this level. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind later. And comment down some video ideas you would like to see me do for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I'm going to continue doing all gaps videos, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed.